So we need to have a real discussion on immigration. We need to have a real discussion also on balancing the budget. We're the only party who's ready to balance the budget in 2 years. And we'll do that because we'll be able to cut foreign aid. Yes, our country must be there to help other countries when they have a humanitarian crisis or also an environmental disaster. But it is not the role of the government to give $2.3 billion to African countries to fight climate change. We need to bring back that money here in Canada. That's why the name of our party is the People Party. We are putting people first, Canadian first. And we have bold reform that will help us to balance the budget. Why it's so important to balance the budget? Because it is not fair for the future generation right now. They will have to pay. They will have to pay these huge deficit, and they won't receive any services. So to be responsible, we need to balance the budget, and we'll do that in 2 years. And after that, we'll be able to lower taxes to every Canadian. We will give them, they will save $35 billion a year with our tax reform, and that's important. It's a bold reform, and altogether, I think, we'll be able to have a freer and a more prosperous country. We need to do these reforms. We need to be able to speak to Canadians about the real changes, the real reforms that we must do in this country. Speaking about reform, we want to help Canadian families, and we want them to save $338 a year by abolishing the cartel in the dairy, poultry, and milk. We're the only party who's having that has a strong position on that. It will be fair for everybody. And also, you know, Canadians won't pay twice that they are paying right now for milk, poultry, and eggs. They will save a lot of money. It will be fair also for these producers because they will be able to export their products in other countries. Now they cannot with that system, the supply management cartel. So all our policies, if you look at our policies, are very different than the other political parties. And if you believe in freedom, in free market, if you believe in people, that's the People's Party of Canada. We are there to be sure that we'll have a bright future in this country. And as you know, we are paying now $26 billion only on the interest on our debt. We need to stop that. Imagine what we can do with $26 billion a year. So that's why it's important to balance the budget. And I'm saying to Canadians, look at the Andrew Scheer and the Liberals, look at their platform. You know, I like competition. You look at our platform and their platform. Andrew Scheer is saying, you know, he will give you a tax rate over there, another tax rate over there. For us, we don't do any pandering. What we're doing right now, it's based on what we believe, and we don't do any compromise with our principle. That's very important. And that's why we are doing politics differently. We don't try to pander to a province or to a region in this country. We don't try to pander to a special interest group. I'll give you another example. Pipelines. Pipelines, it's very important for the future of our country and for the unity of our country. As you know, 25% of Albertans are saying that they're looking for a separation. I don't like that as a Canadian. We must be united, and the only way is to be sure that, you know, we'll be able to build pipelines in this country. And the only way to do that is to use the Constitution, Section 9210. We're the only party with a strong platform on that. We know that it's safer to transport oil and gas by pipeline than by trains. It's safer for the environment, but also for the population, for Canadians. So let's have a real discussion about all the issues that are important for this country. And you can count on us. You can count to us and our candidates all across the country. And our candidates also will debate with the other candidates in their riding, in their region. That's important. And I hope that personally I'll be able to debate with Justin Trudeau and Andrew Scheer and the other leaders. I'm ready for that, very ready for that. We're waiting for the final decision by Mr. Johnston next Monday. And I hope, and I'm pretty optimistic, that we will be there. Because without us, it won't be a real debate. They're all about the same on a lot of policies. So it's important, and I'm looking at this campaign. I think we will make a huge surprise the 21st of October. So I want to thank you very much for your attention. And now I will switch a little bit in French for mes amis francophones. Je suis très heureux d'être ici en Ontario avec nos candidats. J'ai fait campagne hier à London et maintenant la campagne est lancée. La campagne débute. Je suis très heureux et très fier que nous avons pu bâtir un nouveau parti politique au Canada après seulement 11 mois. Nous allons avoir des candidats dans tous les comtés au Canada. Et nos candidats vont être prêts et sont prêts à débattre des vraies réalités canadiennes. Comme je disais tout à l'heure en anglais, 49 % de la population veut moins d'immigration ici au Canada, veulent des seuils d'immigration plus bas. On est le seul parti qui offre ça aux Canadiens. Oui, c'est important, on veut bâtir un pays plus libre et plus prospère. On est le seul parti qui veut aussi équilibrer le budget et qu'on a des solutions pour équilibrer le budget en 2 ans. Tous les autres partis veulent dépenser, dépenser, dépenser et on n'arrivera pas à créer de la prospérité. Ce n'est pas en dépensant qu'on réussit à stimuler l'économie, mais plutôt en redonnant l'argent dans les poches des Canadiens. Et c'est ce qu'on va faire avec notre réforme fiscale où les Canadiens vont économiser 35 milliards de dollars par année. Après avoir équilibré le budget, nous allons réformer l'impôt sur les particuliers. Nous voulons nous assurer aussi qu'on est capable de bâtir des pipelines dans ce pays-là. Et c'est pour ça qu'on est prêt à utiliser la Constitution, l'article 92-10, qui donne la pleine responsabilité au gouvernement fédéral d'autoriser et d'approuver les pipelines ici au Canada. C'est important de faire l'ensemble de ces réformes-là, mais aussi on veut travailler pour les familles canadiennes. On veut que les familles canadiennes économisent 338 $ par année en abolissant le cartel de la gestion de l'offre, le cartel de l'UPA. Les gens vont économiser et ça va être une réforme qui est équitable et juste pour tous les Canadiens. Pour les producteurs sur la gestion de l'offre, ils produisent de bons produits et on veut qu'ils soient capables d'exporter ces produits-là partout à travers le monde. Donc, nous avons une plateforme qui est vraiment différente des autres partis. Et ce que je demande aux Canadiens, regardez-nous, nous allons certainement être présents et je souhaite être présent dans les débats nationaux. Nous attendons la décision du commissaire Johnston lundi prochain, mais je peux vous dire que nos candidats dans tous les comtés vont débattre et vont parler des vrais sujets, les vrais sujets que la population veut entendre, que les partis, les vieux partis politiques et l'establishment de ces partis-là ne veulent pas discuter. Des sujets qui sont trop importants pour l'avenir de notre pays. Merci.